Good morning, first graders. I have a lovely book for us to start our morning with, and I'm so excited to read it to you. I'm going to read it on Epic, and you will be able to see all the pictures, hopefully, super clearly. But this book is going to help us start our morning off right by thinking about how we can be peaceful and how we can be mindful today. And if we're mindful, that means we're aware of our body, it means we're aware of what we're doing and how we're talking to people and how we're acting. And we are peaceful today. So I want to read this book to you and give you some strategies today so that you can be peaceful while you work. I'm going to make myself small and go into the corner. I'm going to make our book very big. I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. There are times when I worry about what might happen next and what happened before. I want you to think right now if there's things that you worry about. There are a lot of things Ms. Strohmeyer worries about. The thoughts in my head are like rushing water. And I feel like a boat with no anchor. Being carried away. That's what she feels like. She feels like a boat that gets carried away in the water. And oh, look at her over here. That's what happens when she worries. That's what she feels like. I give myself a moment. I take a breath. I want everybody to take a deep breath with me. Let's take one more deep breath. And then I tell myself, it's all right. I feel the ground beneath my feet and I steady myself. So sometimes when you're worried, you might need, you can look at Ms. Strohmeyer in the bottom corner, you might need to just stand and think about what you have there with you. You can feel the ground, you can feel your body, you can take a deep breath. And maybe you can't control if your computer's not working or if you don't have anybody to help you. But you can take a deep breath and you can feel the ground beneath your feet and you can steady yourself. You can tell yourself, it's okay, it's all right. So if you get frustrated today, I want you to try doing that. I want you to try telling yourself, it's okay. Ms. Strohmeyer said it's okay, and Ms. Strohmeyer said that we will figure it out. I start to notice the here and the now. So she's focusing on what she hears. So maybe at your house, you might hear water. Maybe you hear the refrigerator and the hum and the that the refrigerator makes. Maybe you have a fan on in your house and you hear the fan and you focus on the fan and that calms you down. My thoughts begin to settle. My mind begins to clear. I am peace. So she's focusing on what she sees and what she can control. I can watch my worries gently pop and disappear. I let things go. I can say what I feel inside out loud. I know myself. So she feels peaceful. She's focusing on the things around her. She's not focusing on what she worries about and what makes her frustrated. I can share kindness with others too. I make a difference. Look at her. She's making a difference by planting seeds, and she's growing a tree. I can hug a tree and thank it for its beauty and its strength. I connect to nature. So maybe a way that you calm down or stop worrying is when you go outside and you listen to the birds chirp. Or maybe you go look at the trees and the leaves, or maybe you look at them and feel the grass. Maybe those are ways that you can calm down and connect to nature. I can watch the clouds make shapes against the sky. I know wonder. Maybe in order to calm down, or maybe in order to regroup or feel peace, you can go look at the clouds tomorrow, or even today. I can taste and smell and touch and hear and see what is all around me. So she's tasting the rain. She's smelling what it smells like outside when it's raining. She's listening to the rain, and she's touching it, and she's seeing it. She's using all of her senses. I can feel my breath fill my whole body. I tune into me. So maybe if you get frustrated today or tomorrow, you can take a deep breath and you can focus on how that feels in your body. You can think about how you feel and how your breath fills your whole entire body. And I think you'll feel a little bit better after you do that. Now my water is still. I have found my anger, and everything is all right. I don't need to worry about before or after. I am in this moment. I am peace. Look at her. She went through all of her strategies. She thought about what she needed in order to calm down and to stop worrying. She took deep breaths. She focused on, make it bigger so you can see me. There we go. She took deep breaths. She focused on what she could feel around her, what she could hear, something that she could focus on instead of getting frustrated, and instead of letting her worries and feeling anxious or feeling scared get in the way. I want you to practice doing that today. Now I share my peace with others and hope that it is carried away to those who need it. So I think this is very important too, that when you're peaceful, maybe your brothers and your sisters around you will be peaceful as well. Maybe you can teach them how to take some deep breaths, or teach them how to focus maybe on watching the fan in order to calm down. And I dream we are all peace. That's one of Miss Strohmeyer's dreams, is that when we're able to come into the classroom and while you all are working at home, is that we're all peaceful and we're all kind to one another, and we do our very best not to worry about anything, because we can't control this situation. We can't make all of this go away, but what we can control is what we get to do every day. And you still get to see Miss Strohmeyer. You still get to work. You still get to learn. And maybe sometimes that technology isn't going to work, but it's going to be okay. And maybe sometimes you just need to take a deep breath and focus on something around you and focus on something you can control. So I want that to be our focus today. I want you to take some deep breaths before we get started, and I will see you during our morning meeting.